That's the latest with our guest now, former Shin Bet Colonel Amit Asser, joining us from Israel. Many thanks for joining us on the programme. It's very good to see you today. First of all, what more can you tell us about the current situation on the ground, particularly in the past 24 hours in Israel? How serious is this escalation compared to previous violent flare-ups?
I think we know the violence of the Iranian from the past attack that they had. Actually, the Iranian are attacking civilians in Israel. They are not aiming military places. They are not aiming for any other. They are just aiming missiles to the main populated areas in Israel. So we know that, and we knew that this will be the first response anyway, after our attack. But as we understand, and also Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is saying that this regime wants to destroy Israel and declare it and doing the most that he can with his proxies to damage Israel and to destroy it. So we have no choice. We see now the situation is escalating because the Prime Minister and also the Minister of Defense in Israel said that if the Iranian will proceed hitting civilians areas, we will attack not just the military places, not just a Iranian program of nuclear. We will attack also infrastructures of civilian, and not the civilians itself, of course, but the structures for maybe electricity, oil areas and entities. So we will be seeing now more and more attacks of Israel on this kind of attack, on these kind of targets in Iran.
I understand an Israeli airstrike targeted a residential building in the Iranian capital, Tehran, on Friday. 60 people were killed, including 20 children. That's according to Iran's state-run media on Saturday. So it does seem like Israel is also targeting residential areas.
I think that this is all propaganda. We can't understand and we can't know what is really happens in Iran, because they cut all the internet, the free internet for the civilians, their civilians. So we really don't know what is the truth. Of course, Iran will face at the world these kind of actions that maybe is attacking civilians, but this is not the Israeli aim. We can't understand what Israel is saying, but maybe, and I'm not taking the words out of it. It's a possibility that in a war it will be civilians that will be hurt. Of course, it's not our target, it's not our aim, as it is in the Iranian. They all abilities attacking the middle of Israel, the central center of Tel Aviv, populated areas, civilians, but we are not aiming that. If it will be any kind of mistake of hitting civilians in Iran, it will be by mistake, not with a purpose aim of Israel.
And how do you read the mood amongst the Israeli people right now? This is clearly a very nerve-wracking time amid this escalation. How widespread is support or otherwise for the Israeli attacks on Iran? Are people supporting yet another front being opened up, or is it seen more as Netanyahu's crusade against Tehran?
I think all the Israeli are with the government, with this attack. We know that this is the main enemy of Israel, and they want to destroy us. Everybody is with the government, even if we are getting hurt in the civilians areas. We are strong. The population, the public in Israel is strong, is willing to take and suffer these kind of casualties also for this war, because it's a justice war. and also it's justice not just for Israel, is the all Western civilization against the barbarism of Iran, that Iran is leading this barbarism of radical Islam in the region and in the world for all.
There must be a lot of concern amongst the Israeli people right now, particularly, I mean, Israel's government has long accused groups such as Hamas of using civilians as human shields by putting command centres in civilian areas. But we also know that the Israeli Defence HQ, which was built in 2021, the so-called Fortress of Zion, is also positioned in the heart of Tel Aviv, buried beneath a block of civilian buildings. I mean, does this also show the security failings by the country's leadership and military? Because this is clearly going to be a spot that's going to want to be targeted by the Iranians.
Yes, of course, we know that they will target it, but another thing that we have to see that the ability of the Iranian to attack Israel and the ability is getting lower and lower. And we have attacked all the ability to launch missiles. Of course, they have missiles that hiding somewhere in the desert, but we will find them. And from day to day, they will have less and less ability, and we will see less casualties in Israel. And you say, of course, the Israeli public is concerned about it, but we know how to defend ourselves. The public is behavior is very, very good. We are having the announce of attacking every time 10 minutes before it happens, and everybody is getting into shelters. The public behavior of the Israelis are 100% great for that, and this is why the casualty is not so high.
Yeah, it's such a difficult time for Israel as well. Israel's been waging war against Iranian proxies in the region for a long time. And Israel is warned that Iran poses an existential threat to Israel for decades. I'm just wondering why now, when Israel is also going to pay a cost to take such a high-risk gamble?
I don't think it's a gamble. I think it's the right timing and the right place. Iranian had to pay the price of leading all the proxies against Israel in the last 10 years, building proxies surrounding us as Hezbollah, as Hamas, as Houthis, as the militia of the Shia in Iraq. They have to pay. They are the head of the snake, what we say, of all problems of Israel in the region. And also, I think that they have to pay, and this is a timing, because they are weak now. All the proxies are dead already, except maybe the Houthis, that they have some kind of interest putting themselves into the war. But as much as we understand, if the Iranian will fall down, also the Houthis will stop attacking Israel. So this is the timing for us. And as we can see, also the American knows that this is the time for us. This is not a gamble. This is the right time to put down this regime for good.
Over the years, the International Atomic Energy Agency has not found any solid proof that Iran is working on weaponization of its nuclear program, and Iran itself has given no indication of intent to use nuclear weapons. Could it be, like some media reports are suggesting, that Israel might have a longer-term goal in Iran, and that being the toppling of the Iranian power structure?
I think... And also, this question is connected to some kind of negotiation between the Americans to the Iranian, and maybe having a good contract and maybe a good agreement with them. I think it's not on the table now. What is on the table is putting down the ability of Iranian nuclear and also Iran radical in the region. And then, of course, I think that we have interest in Iran, good interest with the people of Iran. The people of Iran is not just a Persian, is not that just the Ayatollah regime. It's a lot of other nations, the Kurd, the Baluchis, the we have a lot of Azeris. We have a lot of people in Iran that wants peace with Israel and good relationship with Israel. So we are leading to this point because there's a lot of people, meaning something like more than 60% of the Iranian now is not upon this regime. And maybe if they will have the ability to raise up against the radical Islam, maybe we will see some change also with the peace agreement or some kind of relationship at the future, good relationship with Israel.
We're 2 days into the Israeli operation in Iran. We understand the nuclear facilities which were hit by Israel were actually buried deep underground, and Israel only managed to destroy only above ground infrastructure, understandably. So if serious damage can no longer be dealt, what's the point in continuing these attacks on nuclear sites? Will it continue regardless?
Okay, nuclear sites, it's not just the only aim of Israel. The ballistic ability, it's not nuclear. Ballistic ability of thousands of kilometers launching, threatening also Europe and also now United States. So the ability of missiles, of ballistic ability, is also something that Israel have to deal with, not just the nuclear. And then you can see that it's day by day, attack by attack. Every day we have stages. It's not one shot attack to Iran. It will take days, maybe weeks, to put down all the abilities, the army abilities, missiles, ballistic, as we understand, maybe the nuclear ability, the nuclear program, as we can see that we are hitting also the agents that works on this program. So it's a war. It's not just a mission. It's just that one operation. It's a war against Iran, and it will take days. And maybe Iran will do a mistake and will hit also American target. So the American will have the choice or the ability to get into this war and help Israel to damage the nuclear facilities deep in the ground, because they have the ability by their bombs that can hit that facilities down to the ground.
It's a pleasure speaking to you today. Thank you very much for your time. We've been talking to Ahmet Assa, former colonel of Shin Bet. Thank you.
Thank you very much.